wake up, I gotta pray, yeah, yeah. There ain't no other way, then I'd rather start my day.
Lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I miss you more, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you can get the notification and you can watch the video. Okay. So today we are actually going to talk about books that I've enjoyed a lot. I love romantic books, which has a lot of fiction, of course, but most of all, I love memoirs. Because I believe in someone's life you can learn something that can be significant for your life. So today we are going to just dwell on two books, because I've always read memoirs, but with these two books I've realized that it has changed my life. It has changed how I, like, my outlook for life. It has changed. So we're going to only talk about these two books. The reason why I said it has actually changed my outlook, how I look at life and how I think of life, it's because, like, you know, at some point, I've always been a Christian. At some point 2 years back, I think just at the start of 2022, I wanted to intentionally cultivate my relationship with God. And for some reasons, this book just came in handy. I don't know how I ran into them. Can't remember the backstory, but you know, I just believe that everything works together for good. Because I don't remember the backstory, but I love them. Just those two books in particular. I've tried reading some memoirs, but it just, I don't know. It doesn't hit home as these two do, or maybe I resonate well with the stories, and yeah, it makes sense a little bit more. So we'll start off with this. Yeah, so with this book, I think maybe I ran because I've been Yvonne Orji's fan for some time with Insecure. I think that's where I actually saw her book. Like, she maybe posted it, and one thing that caught my eye was this word. I had never heard of the word bamboozled, and now it's bamboozled by Jesus. Like, I think I went on immediately trying to check what bamboozled like is, and my understanding was, you know, being taken, like, you know what you think you know what you want, but God goes an extra mile and he takes you, like, he redirects you to where he wants you to go. So, and she explains it, like, it makes sense when you read the book. It makes sense because whatever she tried didn't work. Like, she tried almost everything she thought in her powers, but nothing worked. And when he redirected her, she got a bigger role. Yes. So that, and the bombastic side eye that she did on the cover. Hi guys. Gotta see that for yourself. Sorry about that. So that's actually what attracted me to the book first, before anything else. Just the cover looks good, and the colors she used on the cover, like, they're so girly girl, and having this book feels like you have a bestie within a book. So yeah, like this, that's just the first thought when I looked at the book. As I open it, one thing also before I go into the opening, it's a hard book. I don't know why some other writers use like paper covers. I don't know, it's called covers, yeah. But she used a hard book, which means this book will be intact for years, and that's what I love about it. Oh, maybe I just love it so much. So yeah, who's Yvonne Orji? She's an Emmy-nominated actress, comic. Yvonne Orji candidly yet humorously shares the twists and turns that eventually led to her success. while seemingly interweaving a modern day biblical blueprint to inspire and empower readers to live their best life. That's actually what you get in the book. And the other thing that actually maybe I should talk about, Yvonne used the normal English from this book. Or maybe I should say she included a lot of her comics when she wrote this book. You can tell that she's she's into comic, and she's so funny. Guys, you should watch her two specials on Netflix, and you'd really enjoy them, because she brings in the Christianity. She brings it's just like in the Nigerian culture, and she fuses them, which makes it so funny and beautiful. Mostly if you can you call it, if it's something that you're familiar with, you really laugh about it. So maybe let's go deeper into this. The reason why this I've mentioned that I decided 2 years back, I intentionally decided to cultivate my Christian life. The reason why I'm mentioning this is, if you go through the book, she digs deeper on how much she prayed, and she wanted God to change her situation, to open doors for her, but nothing was happening. There's a song, I actually heard it yesterday, Ihanya Mahala, Kaivangelile, I think, yeah. My song is so terrible. So after hearing that, knowing that song, at some point one pastor cancelled it at their church, because it implies that everything is going to be quick and easy while you have God. It sounds like that. I believe it's not that, but it sounds like that, and it can send a wrong message to someone who's still a baby in Christ. So the reason why I'm mentioning this, there's a lot of struggles she mentioned on this book, and this can relate so well with anyone starting off with Christian life, or who decides to intentionally cultivate and things are just not working out. This book is the best book to tell you, it kind of gives you hope that in as much as this, or nothing seems to be coming up and nothing seems to be working, God is working on the background. He's basically making it easier for you to get something. He's trying by all means to have those doors open for you. So that's one thing. Number two, this book actually shows you that God doesn't have to be a stranger. Most of the time we speak of God as if God is just something up there that we can't even have a relationship with. She made it so casual. To a point that she speaks to God as if she's speaking to her dad, and she has a good relationship with her dad. It's difficult to talk about speaking about God as if you're talking to your dad, because some didn't have a good relationship with their dad, so it makes it difficult. But maybe consider it as the relationship with your mom. So she shows, and she really was vulnerable with how she navigated her Christian life, until to a point where God really redirected to where He actually wanted. It's not easy having parents telling you maybe you should consider doing becoming a doctor or a lawyer or something, and you're really pushing hard for close to more than 5 years, and you're really pushing hard to get into the industry, and people telling you, you're too old for the industry, that's why you're not getting gigs. You should have been part of the industry when you were still a teen. So she wrote all these things here, and when He finally showed up, when God finally showed up, He gave her more than enough job. She was insecure for 6 seasons, and being a best friend to the main character, which made her kind of like the main supporting character. It felt more like she was also part of the main character. So, and on top of that, she then, I know of only two, I don't know of other comedy specials that she got. I only know 2 from Netflix. I mean, she went from nothing to everything. Went from renting an apartment uh, with a roommate, with a flatmate, to having everything, buying a house of her dreams on the first seasons, doing everything that she's ever wanted to do. So this book would really help to anyone who's starting off their Christian life, and and I believe that it will feel like you have that one sister who is there for you, telling you to wait, be patient, trust God more. So this is your book. This will help you a lot. And we go to the second one. A lot of I've actually shared and recommended this book to a lot of people that come to my house. It's called Sis Don't Settle. And it's written by Faith Jenkins, who is she's a judge, I think. Yeah. So the first thing again, the cover, it's a hard copy. This one, I don't know, I think I was just going through Take a Lot, and I bumped into this book, and oh yeah, and then after a few days I decided to like now check on it, on because I knew somewhere somehow she would have been in some interviews, and I tried to listen to it, and I realized okay, it's not a bad book. Let me get myself one. Just to read on the intro. Okay, by day, Faith Jenkins is the host of nationally syndicated TV show Divorce Court. By night, she's a happily married newlywed who navigates this dating street for years, navigated the dating streets for years, before learning how to attract the love of her dreams. When she turned 35 without a wedding ring in sight, in many women, she started getting tons of questions about not being married, and she made a decision: I will not settle. Okay. This is one book that is like sort of like an enemy to a lot of people because when you get to your 30s, people start pushing a certain agenda, and the question is, does it mean that we just living so we can get married? And besides just living before to get married, I mean, I can't just settle with someone that I'm not happy with. This is why we get a lot of divorces, because women give themselves away, and some men too. You give yourself away just so the community can stop talking. After you get married, then someone asks you, when are you having babies? Like all those kind of questions, they're kind of disturbing. But yeah, this is also another sister I wish I had, who would sit me down and tell me a lot of things. And I wish this could be said, this kind of conversation should be said with younger girls, like from their 19 to, yeah, like start them early to understand life and settling, because some of the people mess up their life quite too early. They have babies that they actually don't want. They share babies with people that they don't want in their lives. So I think this book would really come in handy. It doesn't only affect mid-30s that actually want to get married and nothing is coming up, or want to settle down, no one is showing up. So it affects literally everyone, because you also don't want to share a baby with someone you don't want. So here on this book, Faith, she's also a Christian, talks about how she kissed a lot of folks and things were just not working out, and she at some point she tried to work, like, try to convince a guy that she's the one, tried to work so hard, but nothing just didn't work out. And this comes back to my issue, like, a lot of times men will be like, no, you need to do this so that you can keep a man. You can't keep a man if he's not willing to be kept. So this is what she mostly spoke about. I mean, good men. She met good men, and she would meet up with men at parties, and she would think he's the one, and nothing just didn't work. Things just didn't work out. until she intentionally, I think when her show ended on TV, the divorce court, she then intentionally decided to start going for things that she likes, and one of them was singing. And when she met the guy, what do you call it, the coach, I think he's a coach, yeah, that coach, knowing her that she's single and she's waiting for someone to find her, so he then went on and introduced her to her husband now. And they actually just, it just made sense for them. They were in love, they love each other. They have a most beautiful daughter. I think she just turned 1 just before Christmas. And yeah, things are going so well, and it actually makes sense why she waited, because sometimes people settle with weird people. Like, they settle with people that actually don't want to be in a relationship, and a guy who knows that you're just settling, you're desperate to settle, will show you. Or a lady who knows, like vice versa, they will show you, they'll make you feel that you need them more than they need you. So these 2 books actually did a lot of job in me, and I wish they were written earlier in my life. So this one worked on my patience, waiting on God, and to move mountains for me, because I was going through a lot at that time. Don't want to talk about that a lot. This one continued the journey with, this one actually talked about my day-to-day life, my Christian life, my normal life, how to navigate. And this one came in to say, I understand you needed to navigate, but you need, because this was my biggest struggle, dating, you need to wait a little bit more. You need to write down what you don't like, what you like, what you would like on a guy, and if that's what you, and once you know what you cannot do and what you cannot settle with, then you know better, you are ready for a relationship. Because some of the times we tend to just settle because we don't have boundaries. We don't know what we don't want. We just go with the flow. I actually hate it when someone tells me, let's just go with the flow. Why? A river. So this book really helped me, and helped me understand that it's okay to not have a significant other. It's okay, if it's not what God wants for you, don't do it. Because you don't want to be traveling for work and thinking, oh, my man will be cheating now. You don't want to be going home and you're thinking, he's doing this. You need to have that peace of mind. You need someone who will give you security. Security doesn't only fall into money. It also touches on feeling secure where you are. Feeling, sitting and just knowing that my man won't be cheating. My man won't be doing any weird stuff out there. He's there for me. He's just gonna be sitting there and being a normal guy because he's principled. So this is what this book taught me. Like, it's okay if you are in your whatever age. You can be in your 40s, 50s waiting for someone. It's okay. And you don't have to go into something that will make you feel like you're not enough. I've been there for years. I wouldn't wish it for anyone's child. If I have to choose to go back and choose to be where I am currently, I would choose to be where I am currently. So guys, get yourself these books, mostly if you're a Christian and you want to learn and navigate life in the Christian and the most easiest way. Not the easiest way, but the way that will give you so much peace. Go for these books on any day. You'd enjoy them, and I can guarantee you the best and the best of things in life. So next I'll read these 2, and I'll give you a review on them. next time, or get something else which is more Christian. But I want to read this one. I've read this, but I need to finish it. I've started reading this and I need to read this one because there's just something about it that I like. And it's also a hard book. The cover is a hard book. So yeah. And I also bring on to you the romance books, the fiction. there's this writer that I have quite a lot of her books. Takarani. I'm waiting for one of her books. It makes you feel like you're living a different life. Like all those days that you're reading those books, you basically out of this world. You feel like you're with the guys that are the characters in the book. So yeah, we'll talk more about that. I will bring some of the books in the next time. So thank you so much for sitting by and watching the vlog. I hope that you comment. This is one thing I really wish. I wish you can comment and tell me how you feel about the content. And besides that, also guys, please, if you don't feel like commenting here, you can come onto my Instagram page. We'll put it on the screen. Please go there and follow me, and we can chat a little bit more on the Instagram. So thank you so much, guys. I love you here, and I wish you could, if you're not part of the family, I wish you could join in and be part of this beautiful family. We're all about positivity in this group and growing, maturing a bit more. Thank you, lovies.
All the pretty end up to the sky, and I'ma wait upon the giver. He'll deliver like a dealer. To take her